So I'm asked sometimes by parents, family members, referents about the motivation piece at Jaywalker Lodge. And, you know, we talk about treating a highly motivated guy in a mountain setting, and we work with guys who've been through treatment maybe a couple of times before they get to Jaywalker. And I got a question the other day from the brother of one of our patients, and he said, you know, if he were that motivated, why would he need treatment? Wouldn't he just go to AA? And it really made me stop and think, and it's a really good question. And you know, what I realized, and what we talk about, it's probably one of the main differentiators. We got a beautiful mountain setting, a terrific outdoor program, transitional focus into real life sobriety, day to time. But the real differentiator is the men and their level of motivation, their energy about staying sober a day at a time is what makes this place what it is. And we're very jealously safeguarding the men in the program before we take in a newcomer. The only thing that we ask is that the guy is serious about his sobriety. And it raises a great question. If he's that serious about it, why does he need us? And it made me think. And what I ended up telling the guy, and what I think is really important, is that, you know, what needs to change is not the program and not the steps and not, you know, AA or NA, but it's our relationship with AA. And I think most of our guys have been in and out of the room. Some of them can quote the big book and tell you what the steps say. But what happened in my case, and what happens in the case of our men, is that despite earnest, heartfelt resolution and efforts to stay sober, we find ourselves, you know, understanding that we can't drink, and yet we drink again. And we don't relapse from a position of inebriation. We're sober when we drink again. So there's something going on in the second half of that first step with our thinking. And that, even with all the motivation in the world, requires outside help to understand how my system of beliefs and my thinking gets me drunk even when I understand the consequences and I don't want to do it again. And that's really at the heart of our program. So our job is to take that motivation and to take that individual with that motivation and to affect this shift where sobriety and going to AA is not a consequence of my disease and addiction, but a promise, a hopeful and sustainable promise of my future.